Afghan people? Very good, beautiful, beautiful.
Abdullah himayet mekunum.
There's protests like this, small pro-Abdullah protests springing up all over Kabul. They seem to be growing in size, growing in intensity. Is this protest for Abdullah?
No, it's not for Abdullah, that's from civil society, you
Peaceful?
Just for democracy and peace.
Yeah.
The people who are here, they like to have their right, and their vote. They are in this movement to ask where is their vote,
So you think there was fraud in the election?
Yeah, a big fraud, a systematic fraud.
Why would Karzai prefer Ashraf Ghani to Abdullah?
He may not prefer Ashraf Ghani, but he prefers himself. He's trying to stay in power, keep the power, and not share it with anyone else. He's like a king,
Yeah. So it all seems very peaceful, it seems very well orchestrated, very well organised. They've got the tents set up, they've got their red armbands and streamers that symbolise the red line, they say, against the election commission. If it all goes ahead the way it's going on at the moment and they do cross the red line, what happens then? Civil disobedience?
Actually, we think that the government will be responsible and the commissions will be responsible for any crisis in this country because they have started this one and they have not accomplished their duties independently, and this means they're taking the country towards a crisis.
We were just chilling out at our hotel when we heard two very loud bangs in rapid succession. It sounded like rockets coming in. So we're heading out, we're trying to find the site of the explosion. So we just arrived in this narrow alleyway near the airport. Apparently the rockets landed in the courtyard of a private house. They wounded 4 people, 4 civilians. Police are here. NDS are here, National Directorate of Security, the Intelligence Services.
دیدین که راکت بود یا چه بود؟ این خانه خورد. مدت تقریبا 4-5 نفر زخمی بود که ما خودم انتقالشون دادیم به شفاخانه امرجنسی. یا یک رئیس فامیل بود، یک دگروال، دیگه خانمش بود که 2 تا 3 اولادشان بود. تقریبا 4-5 نفر بودن و بچه که کلانش جور بود.
صدای دلخراش به گوش ما رسید زمانی که ما از خانه برآمدیم در منزل بصیرخان. زخمی وضعیتشان خوب است، وضعیت تلفات نبوده، وضعیت زخمی است.
این جانب رحلا یکی از باشنده های
It's pretty weird and eerie. The wounded have been taken away from the house. All the neighbours and family members are giving speeches to local TV explaining what happened. The police and security services milling around, most of them gone now.
این انگشت پسر دومش میوشید اینه که راکت به اتاق که اصابت کرد خیال ما گفت کدام بالون گاز انفجار کرده است.
در بغل گرفتیم یک وقت میبینم کل جانم در خونه اینجا برآمدم که فهمیدم که اینجا چی خورده دیگه تا امو لحظه که من اینجا را ندیدم باید نفهمیدم که چی کرد.
It's Friday, the day of prayer, also the traditional day of protest across the Islamic world. These are the biggest protests we've seen so far.
تعالی می‌فرماید امانتی که در دسترستان قرار می داشته باشه او رو به اهلش بسپارین. این امانت مردم به اهلش سپارید ولی بدبختانه
زنده باد.
Can I ask you, why do you think President Karzai favours Ashraf Ghani over Dr. Abdullah?
The problem is that President Karzai or anybody inside the election commission, so they support practically their fraud in favor of one candidate, and that's not transparent in election process. So we want them to be in favor of one candidate, but not fraud.
seems to be culminating here at Afghanistan Square in central Kabul, getting increasingly animated. There's maybe a couple thousand people here. By the standards of the process of the Arab Spring, this is nothing. But for Afghanistan, for Kabul, it's one of the largest protests Kabul's ever seen.
اگر دیگه دفعه این مشکل حل نکنن کمیسیون انتخابات رای پاک از ناپاک جدا نکنن به 1 لک نفر داخل شهر کابل میشن.
Do you see today as a turning point?
خوب است ما ایده کم خواستیم اگر با صدای مردم رئیس جمهور آمدگی نکنه و از رای پاک از ناپاک جدا نکنه دیگه دفعه به همراه 1 لک نفر شرق کابل داخل میشن به شهر کابل.
This is the flag of dignity of Afghanistan. This is the flag against the Taliban, against the Al-Qaeda, against the terrorists who have invaded Afghanistan.
Protesters have raised the flag of Jamaat Islami, the Islamic Party, the Mujahideen movement, essentially the liberation fighters against Soviet occupation. They've raised it on the blast wall surrounding the presidential palace. Karzai's in there, and these protesters, they blame President Karzai for manipulating the results of these elections, of robbing them of their vote. They're scaling the walls of the presidential palace being watched by the armed guards.
زنده باد مجاهدین افغانستان، مرگ به خاک فروشای وطن. زنده باد بازم اسلام.
Everyone's saying Abdullah's turned up to address the crowd. It's pretty much his first public performance since the assassination attempt a few weeks ago. They're shouting, long live Abdullah, long live the Mujahideen, death to Amarkhail, the head of the IEC that these people believe defrauded him of an electoral victory.